Of the American War Veteran Memorial Fund in Vietnam. This fund is carrying out a project to assist the victims of bombs and mines left in Quảng Trị. When asked as a veteran on the issue of the aftermath of the Agent Orange, Mr. Chuck CSC said,
And I think until we look at both the problem of landmines, UXO, and the problem of Agent Orange, we still are not adequately dealing with all of the consequences of the war.
The effects of U.S. toxic substances are very grave. The concentration of dioxin in Biên Hùng Lake, near Biên Hòa Airport, is still relatively high. Importantly, dioxin may cause harm to genes, and this period will not stop at the third generation of human as we see today. Countless Vietnamese victims of U.S. toxic chemicals and their families are tortured by wounds day and night. Meanwhile, the U.S. neglects cooperation with Vietnam in overcoming the aftermath of the war. Mr. Phan Công Bing's family is accommodated by his younger brother in a poor corner of Ho Chi Minh City. The care of the brother and other relatives has helped Mr. Bing get over his burden of guilt of having served in the U.S. Army of South Vietnam.
Từ năm 1972 đến năm 1975, tôi có tham gia vào chính quyền của chế độ Sài Gòn cũ, ngành không quân.
I served in the Army of the Saigon administration from 1972 to 1975. I transported supplies for the Air Division 6 at Phu Quoc Airport. I carried toxic chemicals from the store to the aircraft for spraying. I got infected with the Agent Orange at that time. So later my two children were born with deformities.
He sells coal to earn a living. After a hard working day, he comes back to take care of his disabled children. They are pitiful human beings who cannot be neglected. The Mai Giang Vũ couple had 7 children. Agent Orange affected 3 of them. Despite the devoted care of the parents, 2 of them died at the age of 23, and the third could not survive beyond the age of 25. Mr. Vũ was drafted into the Saigon Army in 1968 after the training courses in aviation techniques in the U.S. He became a sergeant and took part in many flights for spraying Agent Orange over the central and southern parts of Vietnam.
Tôi năm nay 69 tuổi rồi. Tôi vẫn ám ảnh tất cả những cái việc tôi làm.
I'm now 69 years old. I am haunted by the consequences of my past actions on my family and myself. My 3 children have died. I beg the families of victims like mine to understand and pardon me for what I did against my will. After 30 years of resentment, now I demand that the corporations who manufacture the toxic substances accept their responsibility and compensate all Vietnamese victims like us.
The Peace Village under Từ Dụ Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City was built with the initial assistance from the International Peace Village in Germany. It is truly a cozy roof for children with deformities caused by the aftermath of war, particularly by Agent Orange.
Hỏi mà biết đi đường nào. Đâu con bơi đâu.
The lawsuit brought by the Vietnamese victims is not aimed at only material compensation. It also demands the U.S. to join the effort to deal with the consequences of the chemical war in Vietnam and to prevent it from future generations of Vietnamese. This demand is all the more urgent when victims are also found among the third generation. Professor and Dr. Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Phượng, Director of Từ Dũ Hospital, says,
Dù là cố gắng hết mức, nhưng mà do cái số nạn nhân và số
despite our great efforts, we can't accommodate the huge number of victims of Agent Orange and deformed children born of people affected by this toxic chemical. So we assist other provinces in establishing centers for the affected children. Mr. Len Aldis has launched a website calling for people to sign the petition of Agent Orange victims. Up to now, millions of signatures have been collected from all social strata around the world. This pain must be shared. We should not be insensitive to the suffering of our fellow human beings. Generosity and mutual help can ease the mental wound of millions of victims who, no matter what, still have to bear the incredible burden of daily life. No compensation can heal the wounds, but justice must be done, and human rights have to be respected.
There's a lawsuit going by several Vietnamese in the USA against the major chemical companies. This has been a long time coming, and it's not too soon. A few of us veterans received some compensation. Now it's time for the Vietnamese to be recognized for the damage done over here, and they receive compensation. We're already in the third generation of children now, and it needs to be stopped.
The lawsuit is against the companies that made Agent Orange. But I believe that the U.S. government as well should take some responsibility for requesting this dioxin product from the American companies. It's time, I think, that we accepted the responsibility for the use of Agent Orange in Vietnam.
I want to emphasize at the very beginning that win or lose, this lawsuit has aroused worldwide opinion. A public debate, an international debate has begun, and it's going to go on for some time. And it's awakened not only the atmosphere on the internet, but also awakened the conscience of many, many people around the world. And I hope very much it will awaken the conscience of those responsible for the crimes they did in the use of the chemical warfare of Agent Orange on Vietnam.